morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. By the way, we're on that camera right there if you were looking.
Okay.
Jessica, I should warn her that we're on television today. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. We do appreciate you tuning in this gorgeous Monday morning. It is Monday, September 9th. Thank you so much for tuning in here in Flora on Channel 100 or Channel 25. Same story up in Louisville, down in Sisney, Jeff, Fairfield, Browns, Albion, West Salem, and over in Salem on Channel 3 or Channel 99. We do appreciate you tuning in each and every day, and however each and every way you are tuning in. You can also find us online on the YouTube at the Big Talk with Bruce Dickey channel, and you can go back and find all kinds of stuff. The show is carried on YouTube every day, and I look over and I see that it is on today. So that's cool. That's cool. Thank you so much for tuning in. What's going on? Oh, by the way, Jessica Muskoff is here.
Hello.
Yeah. We're going to talk about the Shadows of Elmwood today. And that is coming up this weekend. We're going to get into that. That's a lot of fun. This is one of my favorite shows of the year. I've done this show with Jessica 3 or 4 times now, right?
Yes.
Once, a couple times on the radio, and a couple times here on TV. So great show. This is Monday, September 9th. What is going on in the area today in the way of community events? South Bend Chocolate Fundraiser. You're off, by the way. You're off screen.
Okay. I'm not paying attention.
That's fine. Over in at the Carl Richland Hospital, Carl Richland Memorial Hospital over in Olney, they've got a couple of items today going on this morning and all day long from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's the South Bend Chocolate Fundraiser, and that'll be in the private dining room at the Carl Hospital, Carl Richland Memorial Hospital there in Olney. You can find that very easy. Just go in all day long. They'll be raising funds. I think it's for the auxiliary there at the hospital. Kind of a tough day for this other meeting to be there with the South Bend Chocolate Fundraiser going on all day long at 2 p.m. today at the same place, Carl Richland Memorial Hospital. It will be the Diabetic Support Group. I knew I'd get you. Yeah, the Diabetic Support Group meeting is at 2 o'clock today at Carl Richland Memorial Hospital. They'll be going over colds, flus, and using antibiotics. So you want to make sure if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, probably wouldn't hurt you to get in there and get a look around and listen up and get into that meeting so you'll stay healthy. That's the key point. That's today at 2 p.m. again. And avoid, this one is going to be at the lower level conference room, so avoid the private dining room area if you're going to go to that meeting. Also today, over in Mill Shoals this morning, actually still going on, started a little while ago, the Mill Shoals Community Breakfast. They do this the second Monday of each month, and they always have a big deal. It is going to have bacon, sausage, scrambled eggs, hash browns, biscuits and gravy, and a drink. Cost is by donation, and they'd always put on an outstanding bill of fare down at the Mill Shoals Community Breakfast. What day is this? This is September 9th. Not a whole lot of fancy national days today, but it is National Wiener Schnitzel Day, as this is observed annually on September 9th. A traditional Austrian dish, Wiener Schnitzel, is made with veal. I must ask you, Jessica, with your name Muskoff, it's a German-sounding name.
It is German.
Do you know how to make Wiener Schnitzel?
No.
Have you ever had Wiener Schnitzel?
I might have once upon a time, but
well, there's a picture of it. That would tell you if you might see that picture. It comes
possibly,
usually.
Yeah.
That's actually I
like a German smorgasbord, so I probably have tried it.
I love a good Wiener Schnitzel because if it's done right, it's light. It tastes light. And you throw a little lemon over the top. Now, granted, you're eating a breaded fried piece of meat.
But it's a good.
But it's good, and it's pounded down, so it's very light. So today is National Wiener Schnitzel Day. It'll be all day long. The law in Austria, by the way, requires that this dish be made strictly with veal. A Wiener Schnitzel made by tenderizing a thin slice of veal and then lightly salting and breading. It's then deep fried in clarified butter. So there you go. You got to use clarified butter. The term Wiener Schnitzel was first used in the early 1830s, though many recipes appear earlier. Yeah, I'm sure that folks have figured out how to cook veal for a very, very, very long time. Also, today, this is National Boss/Employer Exchange Day. Kind of an odd one, kind of an odd day. Each year, the Monday following Labor Day, you could have the opportunity to see how the other half within your company works, as it's National Boss/Employee Exchange Day. I got to ask. Now, you're an employee of a company. We're all employees of companies. Have you ever had the feeling, boy, I'd like to see what my boss does all day long and see if that...
I have no desire to do what
I'm the same way.
Long. He works so hard and travels and has to deal with so much that I'll let him have it.
Absolutely. I'm the same way, Jessica. Don Ross is my boss here, and he is such a perfectionist. And he puts in so many hours. He's on the computer at home, here. He's the plant supervisor. No thanks.
Exactly.
I want nothing to do with Don's job. But he does it so well. He does it very well. What else is going on today? What's on Wabash? What do you want to see on Wabash today? Well, we've got high school baseball today. As I take that back, I was looking at the other calendar. We've got nothing on Wabash Catch TV today, except for Jessica and I. We're going to talk about that. There is a Major League Baseball you can watch today, as the New York Yankees will take on Boston, taking on the Red Sox tonight at 6:10. That'll be on Major League Baseball Network, channel 599. The Cubs are playing, but they're on WGN, so we don't get that one. Sorry. Also, the White Sox are not playing, and the Cardinals are not playing tonight. So it's kind of a wash there. So you got the Yankees and Red Sox. They're pretty good. But, it's Monday night. NFL season has begun. Monday night, week 1 of the NFL. This is when they throw the doubleheader at us, as it'll be the Houston Texans at the New Orleans Saints. That'll be at 6:10 tonight on ESPN, regular ESPN, channel 601, and that'll be followed up by the Denver Broncos at the Oakland Raiders. That's also at 9:20. So you have the New Orleans game and then the Broncos-Raiders game, and just a wonderful way to spend your night. My guest today, Jessica Muskoff. We are going to talk about the Shadows of Elmwood, and we're going to do that when we return. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. We'll be back right after this. Do please stick around.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Morning, folks. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey, right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today is Jessica Muskoff. She is one of the coordinators. Let's call you your coordinator. Will that work?
That works.
She is one of the coordinators of the Rotary's Shadows of Elmwood. And if you have not ever been to Shadows of Elmwood, or if you haven't been for a few years, this is something that, Jessica, I gotta tell you, when you describe it,
it's kind of weird.
You said it. You said it, not me.
Yeah, people aren't familiar with it when you tell them, yeah, we're a cemetery tour. They look at you kind of funny.
Tell folks what the cemetery tour is.
Okay, it is a hayride through the cemetery.
Hayride through Elmwood Cemetery,
yes,
here in Flora.
Along the way, we have people portraying people who either lived, died, had something to do with the area in Flora. And so we have 8 stops within the cemetery itself.
Okay.
So your hay wagon goes along, stops, and you have some actors telling you a story.
It's like a fun hayride.
It is. It is a fun hayride.
It's a fun hayride, but folks often would think, okay, a hayride through a cemetery. This is going to be, this is a Halloween type of thing. This is we're going to have scary pumpkins and stuff like. This is not like that at all, is it?
No. When we planned this, which we're on year 6, so when we started talking about this, I guess it would be 7 years ago, we specifically said we do not want to have a scary ride through a cemetery. For one, we thought it was disrespectful to the people who are buried there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And our goal was to honor the people that are buried there and tell their stories. So we specifically chose to have the event in September. We've had it in September every year. We've done it.
It's been well received too, right?
Very much so. We didn't really know what to expect. The first year, the first night, we had a good crowd go through, and but through Facebook and word of mouth, the second night just blew up.
Oh, really?
Yes. We had so many people say, I'm going to go check this out and see what's going on. And since then, we've done it every year, and we've gotten close to about 1,000 people through.
How about that?
Yeah, for a town of 5,000 to have 1,000 people go through.
Especially
on
weekend nights when you've got football and heaven knows all the other festivals and stuff going on.
And we've made a few changes since the first year. We've tried to improve it every year. Some things work, so we don't touch them, and we've tried to, when we've gotten feedback, add a few things, which we added a few features last year with helping people who are unable to ride a hayride, or those who do not like to wait in line.
And you're gonna redo that as well too. I mean, you're gonna
be doing
we
are. Yeah,
we'll talk about those as some of those features as we go on.
And we've added characters at the depot, so while you're waiting, there's some entertainment there, and it is a long wait, but really never had complaints about that. I've had people tell me, "Oh, I've enjoyed it. I've seen people I haven't seen for a while. I've got to spend time talking to people. I got to see the entertainment." So it's very well received. People come out, they love it.
Well, the other cool part is if you are waiting back at the depot, you got food.
Yes, we have concessions. There's musicians.
Yeah.
We have 2 acts. There is seating on some straw bales. I have seen people bring their own lawn chairs and just kind of use them until they get closer to the line, and then they just pick them up when they're done with their hayride. So
there you go.
Yeah.
That way they can let other people sit in their chairs. What a nice way, neighborly way to wait. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, I got to ask what the genesis of the idea of the tour of the cemetery is, Jessica, because I mean, I'm a history buff. Mm-hmm. I love history. I love going on cemetery tours. I've been on many, going back to find antecedents, I guess you call them, in my own family, and there are like 50 of them in 20 different cemeteries in Wayne County, and that's a ton of fun. Was it something like that? Because you were one of the formers of this, right?
Yes. What had happened was we had a fundraiser we had done for years and decided it was done.
For Rotary.
Yes, for Flora Rotary.
So this is all, by the way, all going to Flora Rotary.
Correct.
And then through back to the community,
yes.
Right? Yeah.
So we always have done large fundraisers to try and raise money for the projects that we do in the community.
Yeah.
And we had been doing a Christmas walk for years and just decided we weren't going to do it anymore. So we were like, what can we do? And we had 2 different ideas. One was a haunted house, and then the other one was a cemetery tour. And that came from Amy Allen, who I remember she was talking about. She goes, I was on vacation, and I don't remember where she was. She goes, but I went on a tour through a cemetery, and it was so interesting.
Really?
And she just talked about that. She goes, I think that would be a neat idea because we have some interesting people in our cemetery. So we all talked about it. Thought, yeah, let's try that out. We'll do it. And we got a committee together, talked about it. And we talked. How are we going to do this?
Yeah.
What is the best way to do this? So it was a great group of people that together came up with an idea of what we're going to do. And then we talked with Les Higginson, who's the sexton of the cemetery. And he knows so much about the people who are buried there. So he gave me just names of people.
Just to get you started.
Just to get us started, because, never done this before.
Yeah.
And so we got a list of people, and we just started researching those. We tried to get some high school students involved, and
what the high school kids think? I'm thinking that's got to be
liked it,
that's got to be a tremendously unusual request.
Yeah, some did, some didn't. At first, it wasn't too, it was more of like an extra credit thing.
Yeah.
We did get later. Donna Kretzinger has gotten her classes much more involved.
History class, I presume.
I think it was English.
Oh, okay.
Doing some research and doing some writing on it. But the first year, I ended up writing pretty much the whole thing.
No kidding.
I did most of it. I had 2 people helping on some other skits, so doing the research. But I love that stuff.
Yeah.
And so we did it. And
see that, and that first year, like you said, from Friday night to Saturday night, the skit, the vignettes. Let's call them vignettes.
Yeah.
Let's call them vignettes. That was what kind of grabbed people in because they didn't know what to expect, did they?
No, they didn't. We didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
And we wrote some fun skits. We had a murder. We had a bunch of Civil War guys. We had actually 2 murders. I'm trying to think what else. We had a priest. The priest was very popular.
The priest was good. I like the murder. I've heard the story before. It's really good.
We've had several murders. So. Our town has had some murders. So.
Flora's full of murderers.
Yeah. Go figure.
So the sexton got involved. How big is Elmwood Cemetery? How many, do we know what the population is out there?
I have this written down here, so
go to your research. That's fine by me. That's all.
Because I cannot remember off the top of my head.
Well, I know that.
My page.
Well,
yeah,
you drive by out there. It's a sizable cemetery.
Yes, very much so.
It doesn't look.
Yeah, 37 acres. It says
so
over 8,000.
Really?
And they think there's as many unmarked graves. There are so many unmarked, they don't know. who
No
else buried
kidding.
there. Yeah.
Where's the unmarked section? I'm just thinking of it from the road, where when you're driving by Elmwood. By the way, if you don't know where it is, where Elmwood Cemetery is, it's on Blue Mound Road,
Yes.
heading south out of town on the west side. And but as you're driving by, I don't see any of the unmarked.
If you walk through there'll be spots where there's just nothing, especially in the
really?
old section.
Yeah,
There's nothing really.
just
there.
nothing there.
Yeah, there's no markers.
Had
on
there
them.
been something there previously, you think?
Well, whether or not markers, but there's sections where I think they were sold. You'd have to talk with Les to get more information
Yeah.
about it, but people would not necessarily, if they didn't have the money, put up monuments.
Yeah.
And people are buried there. So over time, there would be a lot of graves that they're just not marked.
Wow, it's amazing how that's one other part of a cemetery tour that is interesting to me, and maybe just me. It's amazing how a cemetery evolves over time.
Mm-hmm.
How they'll buy more, the city will buy more or whatever.
Yes.
and
They just opened a new section not too long ago. So
that's exactly right. Jessica Muskoff is here. We're talking about Shadows of Elmwood. It's coming up this Friday and Saturday, the 13th and 14th of September. We're going to come back. We're going to talk a little bit more about it. We're going to get into some of the fun stories. I guess I have to call them fun stories,
We try
even
to
though
make
these
them
people are
fun.
deceased.
everyone has to die.
Everyone's good. It's
And-
coming for everybody.
Yeah, so and we try and make them funny
There you
or
go.
fun or if it's
Interesting.
sad, interesting.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Jessica Muskoff is here. We'll be back right after this word. Do please stick around.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
In 1949, Morton Buildings constructed our first machine storage building to establish our bond with the farming community. Since then, our relationship has grown, and so have our product offerings. From the smallest specialized operation to the largest agricultural enterprise, we understand the needs of your business and continue to evolve to meet industry demands. Plus, when you build a Morton building, you're backed by the strongest warranty in the business. To learn more about the Morton Advantage, visit mortonbuildings.com.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching. We are talking about all kinds of fun. Jessica and I we're catching up as we're giving medical. We're there. See, that's the thing. They're doctors in the cemetery out there too.
Yes, we've had a couple different doctors talking.
I thought you had. We're talking about the Shadows of Elmwood. This is Jessica Muskoff, and we're talking about the Shadows of Elmwood. It's taking place this Friday and Saturday. Let's tell people the facts of the matter. You're going to have what's the cost, what's the time frames, the reservations, what's going on.
Okay, it is $8.
Okay.
And we sell tickets between 5 p.m. and 9 p.m. each Friday and Saturday night. We do not have advanced ticket sales.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah. So we do at one thing, but I'll get into that in a second.
Okay.
So everything you buy at the ticket tent there.
Okay.
So it's first come, first served.
There you go.
Line. We do start when it's daylight because some people do not want to ride in the cemetery at night.
That's the thing. I can't blame them. Yeah. When you'll drive by a cemetery like at 10 o'clock, at full dark, and some cemeteries, I don't know if Elmwood does this. They'll let you have the light collectors.
Yes, there are
the
some.
The solar light collectors. There are some out there. Mm-hmm. If you see one that's full of those, it just can be spooky. Even though we all know better, right? Or we should.
We have some people though who want to go when it starts.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, very much so. So we do sell the tickets between 5 and 9, but we run until the last person has gone through. So if you buy your ticket at 9, we will honor it and run it until we're done. So sometimes the last wagon is left around midnight, 12:30.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a long night for the folks in the.
It is a long night for the people
your presenters.
In the yeah, they're very aware of the fact when they're asked to do it that you are going to be out there for a long time. We feed them, make sure they get to the bathroom, give them drinks, make sure some caffeinated, whatever they need. We take care of them out there, and they have a great time doing it.
Well,
but they do it many times. Yeah,
you've had repeat presenters all the time.
There's some people who've been in it every single year.
Oh, that's just amazing.
Yeah, they love doing it. So
okay, so 5 to 9 Friday and Saturday.
Yes,
$8 a throw. What else do I need to know?
Okay, so the line can be for a couple of hours, and we do have entertainment while you're there. But there are some people who do not want to wait in line. I completely understand that. So we offered last year and are doing it again this year, a benefactor ticket. And this is $25, and you get to go to the front of the line.
Wow.
So
that's not a bad deal. I mean, if you're going to make a donation.
It is a donation to Rotary.
They do the same thing at Disneyland.
That's where the idea came from.
Did it really?
Oh, yeah, the Fast Pass idea. So you pay extra, you get to go to the front of the line. We only allow 10 benefactors per hay wagon. So the people who have been waiting in line for hours are not going to. Yeah. They will get to go on.
And hay wagons are how old? Like 15 to 20.
Yeah, it depends on if you have little kids, if you sizes of people. Basically.
And you have
adults versus
and you have like 2 or 3 hay wagons running at the same time.
Yes, we have 6 hay wagons.
6, okay.
So they leave approximately every 12 to 15 minutes.
How long is the? I didn't know if you had more to say about that.
Well, they run about an hour.
Okay.
But so if you get your benefactor tickets, you go to the front of the line. There's a little tent you can sit. We have chairs for you. You sit, wait, and then you get on the next wagon available.
Oh, that's nice.
And then we have something else. There are many people who can't get on a hay wagon. They can't sit on it. They're allergic to straw. They can't make the step up, and they would love to go. So we have offered. It's not handicapped. It's for
probably the little golf carts with the.
They are golf carts.
It's the go ahead. It's the golf carts with with this extra seating. The probably half a dozen, 6, 8 seats on each of these.
Six seats.
Okay.
So, excuse me, I'm going to have to.
That's okay. I'll tell you what we'll do. We're going to take a short break. We'll let Jessica get her throat back together as she's.
Recovering.
You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We'll be right back after this. Do please stick around.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Morning, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Jessica Muskoff is my guest today. She is talking about the Shadows of Elmwood, and that is taking place this Friday and Saturday night on the 13th and 14th here of September, and it's the cemetery tour, and it is a really, really interesting thing. And we were talking about
The reserved tickets.
The reserved tickets. Tell me a little bit more about it.
Okay, so these are for people who cannot ride the hay wagon.
Mm-hmm.
And we do take reservations because on Friday we will have one golf cart that will sit, a total of 6 people. So we have our driver, so 5 ticketed passengers can ride. And then on Saturday we'll have 2 golf carts.
Oh, that's good.
So if you need a ticket starting today, and through this whole week, you can call either myself, and my number is 618-713-1764.
618-713-1764.
And the other person is Emily Milner, and her number is 618-508-2676.
2676. 508-267-76 for Emily.
And we will take your name, reserve you a spot on one of the golf carts. We have on Friday 5, 6, and 7 are the approximate times. On Saturday it's 5, 5:30, 6, 6:30.
Oh, so you have 2.
7, 7:30.
And this one, and this is different from the benefactor in that this is the regular.
It is $8.
Yeah, this is the regular price.
It's the same price. But because you have a certain time, you can plan it. You park at the depot. Those are for people handicap parking.
Yeah.
And if you can't walk, but you can ride, or walk far, but you can ride the hay wagon, it's still handicap parking for whoever needs it.
Yeah.
So you just go up to the front and we have a Rotarian working there. You just let them know you need the closer parking.
I'm sitting here doing the math in my head of the number of people and of all the. If you got an hour long, 45 minutes to an hour long ride of six wagons going at the same time, you're going to have a crowd there at the depot, aren't you?
It goes down the street towards Dairy Queen.
Does it really? Well,
It gets about halfway down to Dairy Queen sometimes. So.
No kidding. And people don't. Do they stand in line to get to it, or how does or can you? Okay, I didn't know. If
some people stand in line. They might send someone to represent them, or they go to something else.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. They're going to go down to DQ or down to Anthony's for 5 or 10 minutes.
I've seen some people run down there. We also offer concessions. Some people, have their ticket place person there.
Go get you a coffee maybe at the new place or something.
And one other thing, though, about the reserved tickets, because typically a person does not come by themselves, they come with family members.
Yes.
We do make available for reserved. You get 2 family tickets. They each cost $8.
Yeah.
They're not free, so they do cost.
Yeah.
But then that person would go to the front of the line with you and get to ride the wagon. So the golf cart follows the wagon.
So you have a companion.
Yeah. It follows the wagon, so you would get on and off at the same time. You're not going to sit side by side because the golf carts are for those who need it served.
Well, I think folks, that makes sense.
They totally understand. Now, if we have only one person riding the golf cart, then
you might add more.
Yeah, that's a different story. But
okay, so I've gotten around it. I've been talking all around it. The favorite part of these things is when you tell some of the stories. Of people that have been presented, the vignettes of folks from the past and also from this year. Can you give me a taste of what folks are going to get this year, and then I'll ask you some of your favorites from the past.
Okay, one thing we're doing special this year is we're doing a skit on the newspapers that we've had in our community.
Okay.
So we have a couple different people talking about the newspapers, and as we're talking about this.
Smitty's still alive, right?
Yes, he's not in it.
Smitty's not a featured position.
No, but he has been a help because one thing we decided to do, because we were going to have a paper boy selling newspapers at the beginning, kind of just part of the skit.
Sure.
And we thought, why don't we have him sell real papers?
Really?
So we are creating a special edition paper.
Oh, that's so cool.
That we are going to sell in the cemetery for $1 each.
Yeah.
We ask that you have your dollar out and in your hand, ready to go. We are not making change. So if you have to work on your wagon to make change for yourself,
sure. There might be 5 or 10 people on the wagon who want the paper, and everybody pay it.
There you go. So have your dollar ready, and the little newspaper boy will be there to sell you papers. And it's a special edition. So we're going to have pictures about some of the people that are portrayed in the cemetery.
Oh, wow. How thoughtful. I mean, this is creative.
We have original articles that I found. So doing the research, have different articles you find from the old newspapers. So a few of them are actually the original articles that are appearing, so you can read those and see where we base some of our
about some of the people who are there.
Some backstory. We're going to have a list of all the characters we've portrayed over the years.
Are you really?
Yes, I've worked last week getting all those typed up and out, and man, there was a lot.
I'm sitting there thinking, now that this is year number 6, you're looking at, oh heavens,
I can't tell you how many. I didn't count them, but
over 100 anyway.
Oh, easily.
Yeah, 100 to 2. Well, if you've got 40 or 50 this year.
Yeah, this year's 34 characters. We do have fictional characters to help tell the story.
Prod the story.
Yeah, sometimes you need a little help to tell the story. So we do bring in some fictional characters.
I got to ask, is your little newsboy a fictional character?
Yes, he is.
I was wondering.
And it's my son.
Oh, okay.
This is a family event.
Sure,
I plan it. My husband is a character, Ryan.
Oh, really?
Ryan
Nice.
Muskoff. My son, Teddy Muskoff, is the paper boy.
How old is Teddy?
He is 9.
Oh, that's perfect.
And then I have my 13-year-old daughter. She gets to ride in the back of the truck. And if you've ever gone, there's people riding in the back of the trucks that are pulling the wagons. And they play the music. And they also have flashlights. So my daughter Katie, and she's roping a few friends in, they're going to ride in the back of the truck. They did it last year, and they had a blast.
That is a fun family event.
Yeah, so the whole family's involved. We have several families involved. Some spouses that are, are of actors. They ride in the trucks. They help sell tickets. We have Rotarians. They bring in friends. A lot of students get involved and help. We have several actors that are students this year, which is
Really?
great. Yeah. So-
Okay, you're avoiding the subject of the original question.
Oh, what was the original question?
You've got. I know that this year you have your cast is about as big or bigger than you've ever had.
Yes.
And one or more of the vignettes include full families, don't they?
We do have we have a husband and a wife.
Okay.
We have a family. Let's see. There's 4 children and the father. They're telling their story. That one's kind of sad.
Well, that's the reason I asked about that is whenever you see, if you go into the old cemeteries, which I do, and you do, if you go into the old cemeteries back in the late 1800s, you will see families. You'll see wide plots of about 5, 6, 7, 8 grave sites and several stones that are died aged 1 year 5 months. Died.
You'll have a lot of the
There's
babies.
a lot of dead children and babies, and I was wondering how I was thinking with the families that it has to be a tragic story, but these people just went on, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, the family we're going to have this year, they lived to adulthood, but
That's good.
But there was still a lot of tragedies in one family. So we had one newspaper article telling one of this person's story, and a friend who researched it found more stories.
Okay.
Within the family, just like so. The idea was to have it on the one person, and she found all these other stories, and I think we need to include everyone and tell
Sure.
the whole family's stories.
Oh, absolutely.
And that kind of happened again last year also, where we had 2 boys who had drowned.
Right.
One was trying to save the other one, and they drowned. But then they had other brothers, so there was other they had done interesting things in their lives. So
Sure.
we added to it to try and tell a little bit more about the whole family. We did have one year, we had a whole family that was killed in a car accident.
No kidding.
We told their story.
How fascinating.
And they were hit by a train. And so we told their story of being the victims, but also not too far from where they're buried is the engineer of the train that
was driving the train.
Yes.
Oh, heavens.
Yeah, so he's buried just a little bit away from where they're buried. So we had him also telling his side of it and just the tragedy of, what he would have had to face.
Yeah,
after
he would have.
that.
The
Because
guilt.
he can't control that.
Well,
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
The guilt would have been tremendous
Yes.
on some cases
Yeah.
like that. Oh, that is fascinating. Then that you're able to employ and combine those 2 stories into one, and I mean it's that kind of story that probably, I imagine, of your several hundred people that come each year, they've been to each one.
Yes, we do have people who have been to all of them.
Is that right?
Yeah. And we always try and have war stories.
Yeah, veterans.
So we have veterans. Sometimes they're killed in action, sometimes not.
Yeah.
They're telling their experiences. More recently, we've tried to portray what it was like to live in different times, so how things have changed. So the newspapers would be one thing we talk about.
No
history of
kidding.
newspapers.
No kidding. I mean, newspapers are dwindling.
Yeah, it's different than what it used to be.
Yeah.
And we're touching on that again this year with gas stations. I'll just mention that.
Sure.
We researched that quite well.
What's the-
last year we did grocery stores. So we talked about grocery stores and how they
were used
just
to
totally
flourish
different way.
all over town.
Mhm. Just
There
different.
used to be half a dozen or more, probably.
Exactly.
Tell me, what's the typical time frame of one of your vignette? Not the amount of the length of time for a vignette, but the time frame that it's set. What do you typically have? What's your most recent you think you've had, and the farthest back you think vignette?
The most recent we did Is We Is. So that was in the 80s.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because there were several folks. It was last year, right?
No, that was maybe 4 years ago. That was
really?
the second year we did it.
But there were several folks who had been integral in the Is We Isn't movement had passed away.
Yes, so several of them had already passed, and so we had them in the cemetery. There was two people who were still living, so they weren't in the skit.
Well, good.
Yeah. So Well, we kept them out, and kept them out.
Well, they probably served as a font of information for
Yes, and there was a lot of research on that. That was a fun one to write because we had the actors kind of doing it in the.
Did you have the
cadence?
actors?
Oh, yeah, they sang.
They sang?
Oh, yeah. Yep, they had to go back and use it. That was a fun one to write.
Oh, yeah, I'll bet. Yeah. My guest today is Jessica Muskoff. We're talking about The Shadows of Elmwood. It's coming up this Friday and Saturday, the 13th and 14th here of September. And we're going to come back. We'll wrap up. We're going to talk about maybe some of her favorite stories from this year and the past. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. We'll be back with Jessica right after these. Do stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
In 1949, Morton Buildings constructed our first machine storage building to establish our bond with the farming community. Since then, our relationship has grown, and so have our product offerings. From the smallest specialized operation to the largest agricultural enterprise, we understand the needs of your business and continue to evolve to meet industry demands. Plus, when you build a Morton building, you're backed by the strongest warranty in the business. To learn more about the Morton Advantage, visit mortonbuildings.com.
Hello, folks. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today, Jessica Muskoff with the Flora Rotary Club, and she is one of the coordinators of the Shadows of Elmwood, which is taking place this Friday and Saturday night here in Flora. Go down to the depot, the old historic depot, at 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock on Friday and Saturday night. You'll be able to get into this. Fascinating. I just love this. This is really cool. And I didn't realize until you just told me, and I should have noticed, you have available for sale some stuff, right?
Yes,
there
we
you
do.
go. Let me see that. I've got this. I'm just getting putting this on the close up. Well, my close up's not working today. Doggone it. But this is the CD or not CD.
It's a Blu-ray.
DVD. Blu-ray.
Yes, it is Blu-ray. So it only plays on a Blu-ray player, which is pretty much all you can buy anymore.
Yeah.
So it is from last year's tour.
Where did that come from? Who did that?
John Baylor, who is Rotarian, he did it last year. He went through and filmed it, edited it, put it together. We have original music by Matt Kulig on it, who wrote a song for this.
Who did? I'm sorry.
Matt Kulik.
Okay.
And he's one of the musicians we'll have at the Depot performing. And Richard Rudy also helped sing it. So it's really good. It shows all the skits you can see from last year. So we will have these for $15 at the Depot. And then also my T-shirt.
Oh, that's nice.
The blue are for Rotarians, but we do have black ones with the white print.
Yeah.
There will be some still available. We sold some last year, so we have what we have left over. They'll be at the tent where you get your tickets. Okay. Also for sale.
Right there across from probably where you got them, I'm sure, from from Shirt Tales. You bet. Yeah. If you need more, just go ask Rick. He'll help you out.
Yeah, so we do have those for sale. So if you like it, and help support us, because all the money we raise, we give back to the community. We have a skate park, we have a basketball court, the gazebo, and more recently we gave like $10,000 to the schools for their physical education.
Wow! I'll buy some equipment.
Yeah, and just some training for the teachers, and just trying to help innovate that. The dog park, we worked with the city and North American Lighting on that. Mm-hmm. And
most recently,
our biggest project that we've done recently was the disc golf course out at Charlie Brown Park.
The disc golf, the frisbee golf, which is so cool.
Yeah, and we put in $20,000 into that, and that could not have happened without the cemetery tour and all the people, the businesses that we have a program that we put out every year. I mean, it's filled with all the businesses in town who buy our ads, and that money just helps us tremendously.
And it all flows back.
It all does. So the ticket prices, the $25 benefactor tickets, buying a newspaper out in the cemetery, buying the Blu-ray,
the Blu-ray.
The T-shirts.
I keep calling them CDs. I am of a certain age, like you, Jessica.
I'm trying to train myself to say the Blu-ray instead of DVD, so people don't buy and say, "Well, I can't play it." No. Blu-ray. Say
Blu-ray. Yeah. There you go.
But all that money we take and put back in the community, and we get volunteers who have nothing to do with Rotary who want to do this. They want to spend their time, and so they're part of this. It's a event in itself. It's giving back to the town just because it's something fun to do. It adds education, family time.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's also a fundraiser.
Yeah.
And so it's great all the way around.
Okay. What's the most request? Have you ever had anybody request a repeat of a story?
We have had the priest from the first year's requested a lot. David Worthy has been requested. The Malinskys, which was the most famous murder we've had.
Which one was David Worthy? Was he wasn't the governor? Was he?
He was the tunnel rat.
The tunnel rat. Oh, okay, yeah.
I think that was the second year. The priest was the first year. Malinsky might have been the second or third year.
Okay, which one's Malinsky? That's the bride and the...
That's where the housekeeper murdered
the wife.
The wife. And then after she died, soon after she married the husband. And then they exhumed the wife and found out that she did not die from a watermelon, but they said food sickness watermelon. She actually had been poisoned. And...
Wait a second. Yeah. I didn't realize there's a watermelon involved. That sounds
there was a watermelon involved. They said she had taken ill from eating a bad watermelon or something.
Wow.
I don't know, but
I didn't know you could eat a bad watermelon.
You know what? She didn't. So I don't think you can. And her name was Elsie Bible. Actually, she had many names. Nellie Malinsky, I think, is her official name, but she was known as Elsie Bible. Her first husband had also died, and the second husband divorced her, maybe suspecting something.
Right on time.
Oh, yeah, he got out of there, which was good for him. Yeah, so we did tell that story. So those were some popular stories. We do plan on to do the best of in the future.
Oh, really?
I think we're going to go for a few more years.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if it's going to be the last one when we do a best of. Don't know. We might do many more after that.
I know the Depot show, folks. They did a best of a couple of years ago, and they've put on that show, I guess, now for 12 or 13 years.
Yeah, so for many years. Yeah.
And you kind of need. Well, not only do you need that much material to draw on, but you also kind of need that much distance, I would think, from folks who have seen because you have people, like we said, going every year.
Yeah, we thought our 10th one would be the best of.
So
we're on 6 right now, so we've got to come up with original material for 3 more. If you know a story, let us know.
Yeah, if you know a story, find Jessica at 713-1764. And by all means, tell you, right? I mean, make a suggestion. Do you take suggestions?
Very much so. I've used suggestions, and some people have made suggestions like, well, they didn't use it this year. Well, I have a list, and as every year we go through the list and things get crossed off because we've used them, so the list gets smaller. We add more to it, and we try and keep it very balanced.
Yeah.
We want sad stories,
right?
But we want funny stories.
Yeah.
We want to have some intrigue. We try and throw in a murder. I hope we're running out of murders.
Yeah, I was going to say we don't need anybody to add to the number of murders. We're fine.
I'm hoping we've hit, but we just try and have all kinds of different things, periods of history, talking about one specific time in history and what was going on during that time.
Yeah.
So there's many subjects we haven't covered. There's people out there we don't know about. Tell us, please. I look at a bunch of old newspapers, and this year, it proving we can pretty much write off of anything. I found a very short article, which if you buy the newspaper, that article is in its entirety in the newspaper, so you can read it.
Okay.
But I thought it was hilarious. It was just, I don't know if it was a serious article or if it was written to be silly, but it was in another town's newspaper.
Okay.
And it was about Flora.
Really?
Yeah. And so I thought it was funny. And I said, I'm going to make a skit off of this. I don't know if it's true or not. But it was in the paper, so we made a skit out of it. It's at the depot.
Okay.
And so it's kind of the last one before we get on the wagon. And it's a lot of fun.
Oh, that's cool.
It's just kind of pure silly and fun. But, that's how papers were written back then. They threw in... You talk about editorial.
How far back does your research go? I mean, are you reading newspapers? I guess it's mainly microfiche now.
Microfiche, and then the Flora Library participated in the Flora, Illinois newspaper project, where there's a period of time these newspapers are online. So I can sit from the comfort of my couch
that's handy.
And get Flora newspapers. And then I can also go on newspaper.com. While the Flora newspapers are not on that, there are several other newspapers in the area that do cover news from Flora. So Decatur especially carried a lot of Flora.
Yeah, Decatur's
articles.
Always carried Flora.
Very much so. So
the Decatur Herald Review sold down here just wonderfully for years.
Yeah.
That's all you could get.
I would type in murder, Flora, and different stories pop up. Death, theft, missing. Just type in keywords, and all these articles show up, and then you just go through. Unfortunately, Flora is also a woman's name, not as popular now, but in the past, I have to weed through all the Flora names.
Flora, Illinois, as you're making your. Well, I tell you what, it's going to be. It's a cemetery tour that's a ton of fun. Yes. I mean, if you never thought you'd have a ton of fun at a cemetery tour, this is the one to have.
Yeah. And I do want to throw out a thing.
Yeah, better say some things. Yeah.
This year, Subway has generously donated a bunch of food platters for our actors.
Yeah.
I've mentioned they're out there forever. We have to keep their energy up. We try and feed them. So Subway's helping us out on our expenses by giving us some food, and I wanted to thank them so much for that.
Thank you, Subway, for helping out, and thank you, your presenters. I mean, you don't want to name anybody, but
I couldn't get through them all. There's a whole bunch.
There are a whole bunch, and who helps you write, or do you write them all by yourself?
I do not. I have several friends, non-Rotarians also, but Ben Van Heining, Becky Wiley, Alyssa Rogers, Beth Cooper, Donna Kretzinger, and then Laura Moyer also helped with research.
So all those folks go into help making Shadows of Elmwood, the special event that is. It is this Friday and Saturday, the 13th and 14th. If you want tickets or if you want information, get a hold of to buy benefactor tickets, get a hold of Jessica, 713-1764. Jessica, I've run out of time.
Okay. Well,
thank you so much, and have a great time. I'll try to be there Saturday. It sounds like a ton of fun. We got football on Friday, but we'll be there Saturday. I'll be there with about 500 of my best friends.
There we go.
Thanks for watching, folks. Have a great day.